All right, all right. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, happy Motivational Monday. We are so excited this morning. My name is Eric F. King, and I'm here. I'm joined by Zion Anaguru and Leah Garcia. And today we are going to be talking about a great topic that a lot of people said like they want to hear. And that is basically the mistakes people make as an entrepreneur. How do you avoid them, right? How do you avoid them? There are certain mistakes that if no one talks to you about it, you won't even know that you're about to make that mistake. But today, you guys are in luck because we have four, including myself, four entrepreneurs that have been through those mistakes. And okay, let's see if we can mute. And we can tell you how to avoid them and how to get to the other side. All right. So welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. We're gonna dive right in. And I'm gonna go out to California to our good friend, the financial strategist, the woman that helps us with all things finances, right? If you want to make money, if you want to invest money, whatever you want to do, right? You want to reach out to her. You want to get her ebook and learn more about what she does. All right. She's also a black belt in martial arts, a third-degree black belt, which means she's a very disciplined person, right? She knows how to work very hard, and you don't want to. Okay. You may get body slammed. I don't know. That just came to me. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
This is live TV. This is live. Okay. All right. Without further ado, it is 4:04 in the morning in California, and she is here with us live. Leah Garcia, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. Well, my name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional, and it's really my crusade to help you properly protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth so you can build your family dynasty. Well, I love this topic. The topic is mistakes that entrepreneurs make. Listen, I asked Eric, I begged him, I offered him money. I said, let me talk for the whole hour. I could write a whole novel. I could speak for days on this topic, but I'm going to try to dwindle it down just a few. I'm not even sure how many golden nuggets I have, but there are many. I'm going to tell you that I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. You know, a lot of people see that they see the success that you have, but they don't know all the things that have gone on behind the curtain. They don't know all the things that didn't work out. Right, because nobody knows about those because we don't talk about those things. They didn't work out. But I can tell you that, you know what, if you will stick to this, I promise you, you're going to get a golden nugget here today. So the costly mistakes that entrepreneurs make and how to avoid them. Listen, I'm going to give you three right off the top. Get a CRM. Get a CRM. You need something to track who are you talking to. Don't try to keep it in your head. I know you're really smart. We think we could all remember. Listen, you're going to get to the point where you're going to see people who look exactly the same and you're going to forget their name. I promise you that. Network. TTP, talk to people. And if that doesn't work, TTMP, talk to more people. Send thank you cards. Yes, Eric Doby, where are you? Send thank you cards. Gratitude is always the answer, whatever the question is. So I'm going to give you three golden nuggets, and I want you guys to really just kind of think about, are you making some of these mistakes right now? There's no judgment here. It's just about getting better. Because sometimes, listen, money talks to us as entrepreneurs, but sometimes we don't listen. We chase shiny objects. We grind until we burn out, and then we wonder why our business account sounds like an echo chamber. Hello, is anyone there? I'm going to give you these mistakes that drain us. It's not just financially, but it's what it's costing your intellectual property, what it's costing you in your time, in your exhaustion? Are you waking up every day in anxiety? It's probably because you're doing some of these mistakes. Number one, stop confusing motion with progress. There's a lot of action sometimes, but there's nothing that's moving the needle. Entrepreneurs make this busyness mistake. They think that if they're busy, that they must be working hard. We fill our calendars with all these tasks, but what are the things that move the needle? What are the money-making activities? Because it's like running on a treadmill. You're sweating, but you're not going anywhere. We have to flip the script. You got to set up your day the night before. And if you really are on it, you got to set it up the week before and the month before. We got to know what we're doing before we do it. We got to stop making these money mistakes because it's costing us time, it's costing us our relationships, and it's costing us money. Don't just try to put withdrawals, right? We have to put deposits. That's where that compound interest is. Number two, I see this so many times, ladies. I'm talking to you. Listen, stop underpricing your value. Stop undermining your value. Stop feeling apologetic when it's time to collect the check. You got to collect it confidently. You got to collect it courageously. You got to know the power and the value that you're bringing. It's not about getting a bunch of people sometimes and attracting a lot of people for a little bit of money, because sometimes those are the people that are the takers. They're not really the people who are there to really invest in themselves. You got to understand your value. If you give someone 100 hours back of their time, then you deserve the right to be compensated. If you help them make 100K, then you deserve to be compensated. Put some zeros on the end of it, right? Don't just ask for a dime. Ask for some cash dollars. Number three, building a business without building themselves. Oh my gosh. I'm going to say this again. Stop trying to build a business without building yourself. You have to build yourself. You got to fortify yourself. You got to pour belief into yourself. Yes, I understand it's hard. I know people tell me all the time, Leah, I don't want to do these things because it makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to do that because you know what? It's hard. I wasn't born that way. I don't know how to personally develop. I don't know how to speak publicly. That's what entrepreneurship is. I didn't get in this industry to be here at 4 a.m. Okay, but here I am. When you do the things that you don't want to do, that's probably where the gold is all lying. And that's why so many entrepreneurs will burn out. That's why I talk about spinning plates, right? We got to be able to spin all the plates. We got to have all the plates going in our faith, our family, our finance, our fitness, our fun, philanthropic, because givers gain. That's why when people say, well, I don't want to make a lot of money, Leah, I just want to have an impact. I say, stop it. How much are you going to impact if you don't have any money? Listen, your church needs you. Your community needs you. Your family needs you to stand up and be that leader. We have to look about investing in ourselves, because if we don't invest ourselves, we are going to burn out. Remember, John Maxwell says it's a law of the lid, right? It's a law of the lid. And the first person we have to lead is ourself. The first person we have to lead is ourself, folks. And so here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. We as entrepreneurs, we have to understand that we have to pay ourselves first. I don't know. I understand. You say, I have too much money at the end of the money. It doesn't matter. We have to start paying ourselves first from day one, because that's where the gold and all the value and all the things that you want are on the other side. So that's my time. I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That was powerful. That was powerful, man. I got so much. I can leave right now and I got enough today. I'm ready for the week now. You know, that was incredible. Thank you so much, Leah. Thank you so much, Leah. All right. So we are going to keep going. Welcome, everybody. We have people from all over the world already. We got Laverne is here. Natasha is here. See, I didn't mess up on your name this week. Natasha is here. Let's see. Sharon, welcome. Sharon Rose, Cora from across the pond. We have Emmanuel in the house. We have Carlene in the house. Gladys is here. Good to see you. Mike LeBlanc is here. Oh my goodness. Ardelia is here. Let's see. Who else? Eric Doby is here. Welcome, Eric Doby. All right, and a lot more people. Keep putting in your comments. Let us know where you're zooming in from today. And put your questions in there, okay? No question is a stupid question, right? If you're thinking of a question, you're like, I don't know if I should ask, guess what? There are other people thinking the same thing. So put it in there. Put it in there. You have access to 4 people here that have tremendous experience in business. We've been doing it for a long time, right? So we're not a novice. We're not novices. We didn't just start this, right? So you definitely want to put it in there. All right, so let's keep moving. Our next speaker, we're going to go all the way to Africa, West Africa, specifically Nigeria, to hear from our next speaker. Oh my goodness, you are in for a treat. If you've never heard his voice before, ladies, get ready. Get ready. It's much better than my raspy voice. Trust me, you'll love it. All right, so this gentleman is known all over the world, right? And you'll see what he's known for because his name is Mr. Positive Energy, right? He's someone that he's sought after, people pay him from all over the place because of his expertise. And he will shed some light on this topic from his perspective. All right. So without further ado, let me bring to the stage Zion Anogru. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. It's always a privilege to be here. And Leah, that was a gem that you dropped. Thank you so much for always inspiring us, all the way from California. And the Godfather himself, Mr. Eni, thank you so much for being here. And to our celebrities at home who are joining us online, streaming and dropping their comment, we truly, truly appreciate you. And it's always a privilege to do this with you every Monday to kick off the week, full of energy, enthusiasm, and passion for a good week ahead. Now, it's a very powerful topic. Say, don't make these mistakes as an entrepreneur, because there are several mistakes that entrepreneurs make. And for us, like Erica said earlier, we are sharing from our experience, we are sharing from our expertise, not because we just want to stir up your emotion, not because we want to get you excited, but because we want to give you practical steps that you can follow, that can change your life and change your business forever. So sit tight, relax, get your pen and paper. If you have not gotten them, you have to write, because it's not enough to listen. You have to make sure to be intentional to put those things down. For me, I'm a person of faith, and I'm very proud to say it as an entrepreneur. I always put my faith in my business because it's very, very important. And one of the mistakes you should not do as an entrepreneur is building without God. I will say that again. As an entrepreneur, one mistake you should not do is building without God. We live in a world where people rely on their strength, rely on their ability, rely on what they know, rely on their wisdom. It's good, but that's not enough. Even the Bible says in the beginning was God. So in the beginning of everything you want to do as an entrepreneur in business, make sure you involve God. God should be the foundation that you are building your business on. I heard a story of a man who is a businessman, and it's very funny that all throughout his life, he has never had loss. He has never made a wrong decision when it comes to his business. When he was interviewed, they asked him, how are you able to do this? That all through your business in life, you are always making progress, you're always making profit. He said, because I plan with God. I plan with God. I make decisions with God. God is always involved at every step of my life. So one mistake you should not make is building without God. Don't make that mistake. You must build with God. Make sure God at the center of all you do. And in building with God, I always say, be a prayerful entrepreneur. Because there are days that your strength will fail you. Because all we know is transient. Knowledge will fail. Wisdom will fail. Status quo will fail. Concept will fail. But one thing that never fails is God. And it's the only constant factor in our life. So I encourage you, as you build your business as an entrepreneur, as you go on this journey, make sure you are building with God. And secondly, I know Queen Leah said this earlier, build yourself before you build your business. Self-development is not negotiable on a journey as an entrepreneur. Do not think it twice, because you are the one that is the business. Forget the business name, because the business does not run itself. For every business, it takes the people that runs the business to make the business what it is. So out of the abundance of how much you've grown yourself is the reflection of your business. Out of the amount of knowledge you've acquired, out of the amount of grooming you have groomed yourself, will directly reflect in your business. So be intentional about building yourself. As you build yourself, you are directly and indirectly building your business as well. Because the success of your business depends on you. The heights, the greatness of your business depend on you. So how much you grow, how much you are nurturing yourself, how much you are grooming yourself we also determine how much your business will grow and how much your business will be mature. So spend time, read books, attend webinars like this, talk to people, make inquiries, learn more. One of my mentors will always say, learn more to earn more. As an entrepreneur, you have to learn more. You have to keep improving yourself every day. And thirdly, as an entrepreneur, please build relationship. Build relationship. One of the mistakes that most people make as entrepreneurs, they don't build a relationship. No man is an island of himself. You cannot do it all by yourself. At the end of the day, no matter how smart you think you are, no matter how eloquent in speech you think you are, no matter how wise you think you are, all you know is not all there is. All you've acquired is not all there is. All you've attained is not all.
All right. I think he got so excited there. Messed up the whole system. All right. All right, no problem. We'll get back to Zion, but that is exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Hopefully he'll get back with us. All right. So a lot more people have joined. Welcome everybody. Let's see. Sharon, good to see you. Sharon Gladys, good to see you. All right. So now, by the way, if you have a question, put it in the chat. All you have to do is write the word question, and then put your question, and we'll be glad to answer it. Okay, so let's keep it going. So we were in Nigeria, West Africa. Now we're going to go all the way to Europe to hear from a gentleman who, he needs no introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. Okay. He's the godfather of LinkedIn. It's because of him that I actually started building my business on LinkedIn, which has become a huge business. And he's done that for many, many people. Okay, he's done that. I am a living testimonial. You don't have to go to his page to find them. I'm one of them. I'm a living testimonial. He makes you famous. He makes you famous online, and I'm sure he can really add to our topic today and help us all. So without further ado, Annie Awesome, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, my friends. Good afternoon. I mute myself as I'm talking. Always good, right? Never funny. Now, Queen Leah, amazing share. Zion was along the same path as well. What can I add to the conversation? Damn, a lot. I could talk all day like you, Queen Leah. I could talk all day about this because how many mistakes haven't we made, right? From when I started my business, my friends. God help me. I had it all planned. The plan said from day one, you're going to get 10 customers. You're going to get X amount of revenue in. End of the month, you're going to be profitable. That's what I'm looking for. Rich is the other word, right? And second month, by 6 months, you're going to retire. I told my wife that's what's going to happen, right? None of that happened. None of that happened. My friends, we got to a day called the 15th of January when my business actually kicked off. Website's ready. Everything's ready. I'm ready. And I'm sitting here. I'm like, what now? What am I meant to do? So from the beginning, no one tells you what to do, right? And you don't know anything. I didn't know anything at all. I thought I did. I knew nothing at all. So literally that's where my mistake started. I had to work out, first of all, how to go and find some customers. But before we start there, let me give you some principles. I'll tell my stories as I go. My friends, the biggest mistake you can make in business is to not understand the business of running a business. That's the biggest thing. If you don't know how to run a business, you're almost doomed from the beginning before you even get started. So the biggest principle in business, Queen Lee, you said it very well, but people are strange, right? So I'll tell them again, my friends. Business is about one thing. It's called cash flow. Got no cash? You're broke. You're bankrupt. You're closed. You have no business. Learn that number one rule, my friends. It's not whether you want to make money. It's not whether you love money. It's the fact that with no money, you have no business. You can't pay your bills. They'll close you down. It's immoral to trade knowing that you're insolvent. Now, again, it's not many tell you that on day one of your business. But so your cash flow ties into everything. It ties into whether you created a solution that people need. Queen Leah said you have to give value. If you don't solve a problem, why are you in business? You're not really in business, right? People are not going to buy. They're not going to pay you because there's nothing to pay you for. They go somewhere else and get it done. I said, my friends, we're here to create solutions and we're here to sell those solutions. I said, of course, point number 3 in my conversation with you today is, if you've got no customers, you're not in business. Sorry, you're just not. It's a hobby. You have to serve people who people are willing to pay you. See, and here's a fundamental mistake I made. You see, I came into marketing. I thought everyone needs marketing. Brilliant. I'll do marketing, right? Okay, how am I going to do it? Given that I'm new, I know I'm new because other people know more than I do. And many of them do, right? I'm going to undercut the market. Lowest price ever. Lowest price service. Yay. Lowest price. So don't compete on price, my friends. Don't compete on being the lowest priced. It's not going to work. You're going to bankrupt anyway because you're not going to make enough money to survive. It's a weird thing. The business of running the business, my friends, is the most important thing, right? Compete on quality, the value you give. It's better that you sell products at a decent price, even a high price, than going low. Everyone who goes low, my friends, we all go bankrupt. Even the dollar store has gone bankrupt. The pound store in the UK, they've gone bankrupt too, right? It doesn't work. It's never going to work. There will always be someone who's going to sell it cheaper than you. So because there's someone who offers less value than you. That's possible, right? It is possible. In every industry, someone who's less good than us. So don't compete with them. Compete with being one of the better ones. That way you can raise your price, raise some money. Now you're in business. If you miss this bit, if you make that mistake of trying to lowball everyone, undercut the market, you're going to go bankrupt. It's a hard lesson to learn, my friends. I'm still learning every day, but my price has gone up tremendously from when I started. I still see people today doing the low price thing. It doesn't work, right? Sell to rich people. Yay. I just said that. That's how you stay in business. Trust me, really. I could go anywhere I want to go next, my friends. So my friends have mentioned developing yourself. I said, I want to talk about investing in your business. Many people go into business thinking, I'm not going to pay for anything. Yeah, you need everything. Software costs money. CRM, Queen Leah talked about, costs money. Training costs money. Just running a business costs money. Every tool you need, you have to pay for these days. Electric, gas, water. I said, these are things you have to pay for, right? You have to learn to actually invest in your business. Make sure you spend money on being better. That's you, personally. And then also make sure you spend money on making your business being able to do more. If you try and do the old way, chalk and board, it's not going to work. You need to spend some money, on the right tools, right systems. And part of right systems, my friends, is something called a coach. I'll leave you with this one. You need a coach. You need someone who knows how to run a business. Otherwise, you will belly up and go bankrupt. That's the truth, right? Don't make those mistakes, my friends. I'll leave it there, Eric.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Wow. Golden nuggets, folks. Golden nuggets. See, that's one of the reasons why I bring these speakers is they tell the truth, right? They don't sugarcoat stuff. They tell you exactly what you need to do. Because when I was starting, I wish I had people around me that would just tell me the truth. That won't just say, Eric, do the business and you'll make a lot of money and you'll live it happily ever after. That doesn't help you because when it doesn't work, you'll quit. So you need to hear the truth. So let's go back to Zion so you can close out what you were doing, because I know you were speaking. So, I think you still have a few minutes. So go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Eric. Just a technical glitch, but we are back. As an entrepreneur, these are things we face, unexpected circumstances, but the ability for us to turn it back matters a lot. So I was talking about building relationship, and I love what Mr. Enya said earlier. And the relationship is very important in any business. Make friends with your customer. Don't treat people like a team. Treat them like people. Treat your customers as your celebrities. Make them a priority, because that's one way they can keep coming back to buy from you. And another part of building relationship is the power of delegation. Most entrepreneurs, they want to do everything by themselves. You are the video editor, you are the graphics designer, you are the accountant, you are the manager, you are the social media, everything. You are doing everything all by yourself. It can only lead to burnout. But the ability for you to build a team and delegate to your team, it's very, very important. It makes it more effective. It makes the journey much more efficient for you. So as an entrepreneur, do not try to do everything all by yourself. Build a team and delegate to your team. And lastly, and I was going to end with this, make sure you live with a positive mindset. This one is not negotiable as an entrepreneur. Don't go into a business with a negative mind. Oh, it will not work out. Oh, I don't know what it will look like. Oh, I don't have the resources to do it. Oh, I don't have the people. You're always seeing the limitation, the things that will not work out. No. One way to succeed is the ability for you to embrace positivity with your mind. I always say this, your mindset equals your life set. When your mind is set, your life is set. When your mind is set, your business is set. So the ability for you to embrace positivity, it's not negotiable. Learn to see the possibilities in everything you do.
Okay.
Yes, you have a big vision.
Oh, there you go.
You might not have you don't have the finances, you might not have what it takes to isn't it. Yes, you must keep going, because when you keep embracing the positive mindset, I tell you the possibility comes. That's how I always say, in positivity, there's always endless possibilities. So as an entrepreneur, shun negativity, embrace a positive mindset, and I tell you, you are destined to succeed. You are destined for greatness. So thank you so much, everyone. I yield my back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Great words of wisdom. All right. So we're going to move it along. I'm going to give you 5 tips. Some of them you've already heard, but I think it bears mention again. Okay. And then I'll focus on about 2 of them. All right. And then we'll get to your questions. We have some great questions. All right. So I'm going to give you 5. The first one, you've heard it before and you're hear it again. Work on yourself more than you work on your business. Work on yourself more than you work on business. I thank God that somebody introduced me to personal development 25 years ago, or I would not be a business owner today, right? I heard a tape of a guy named Jim Rohn, and he said, "Don't pray for less problems, pray for more skills." I said, wow. I've been praying that I won't have any problems, and I'm still getting problems. But when I heard that, the problems didn't matter because I had the skills, right? So read books. Maybe our panel will give you a couple ideas. But anything by Jim Rohn, H-R-H-O-N-E, I believe. Jim Rohn. Anything by him, read it. Think and Grow Rich, another great book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. These are things, and you can watch them now on YouTube. We had to actually read them back in the day. You could actually just watch a YouTube video that will summarize the whole book, right? All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, this is huge. I hear a lot of people tell me I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready for the marketing campaign. I'm not ready to buy to write the book. I'm sure Annie says that a lot, right? And Leah, I'm sure people tell Leah, I'm not really ready to get it to look at the finances yet, or all of that, or I'm not ready, right? I'm not ready. Guess what? In business, start before you're ready. Start before you're ready. I wasn't ready to start this podcast. I didn't know what I was doing. I just said, Leah, let's just get on a call in the morning. It wasn't even a call like this. It was like a conference call, old school conference call, right? I said, let's just get on it and start. One person was on, just one, right? Start before you're ready. Because if you wait till you're ready, you'll never start, right? Start before you're ready and then learn as you go. Number 3, remember this: service to many leads to greatness. Service to many leads to greatness. I don't even know where I got that, but it's powerful, folks. In other words, focus on helping people, right? If you just focus on money, the money won't come in. Everybody's focused on money. Everybody in the world is focused on money. Why are most people broke? Because they're not focused on serving people, right? Service to many leads to greater. Just tell yourself when you wake up, how can I help somebody else? How can I use my business, my service, to help somebody, right? Trust me, the money will roll in once you're serving more people. You serving 10 people, you'll make that money. You serve 100 people, you'll make money accordingly. You hurt 1,000 people, and it goes up like that, right? So remember that. Just serve people. That's number 3, I believe. All right. The next one is persistence is the key to success, right? I could have quit. Like everything I've ever done in business, I never accomplished the goal as fast as I thought I would. Nothing, right? There was a time I was in business. I was broke. The business wasn't going well. Then I started making some money, but then I had to spend money. So then I was losing money, all right? And then the job. Oh my God, the job was just a pain in the neck. Like it was hard to juggle both. But I went through that, and then I went full time. But then I was making about what I was making before. But now I had some expenses, so that wasn't working out. But I stuck to it. Then I started making more money than I made at my job. Then I doubled what I was making at my job. Then I tripled what I was making at my job. And now people say, well, Eric, everything you touch turns to gold. Really? I didn't know that. No, it didn't work out that way, right? So it's hard. It's hard, but you have to be persistent. Okay. All right. Number 5 is especially when you start, remember that 85% of your time should be sales and marketing. Right? There are people, I think Annie alluded to this, they spend all their time fixing their website. Eric, I just want to rebrand again. Maybe I'll start making money if I just rebrand, right? They're like, you know what, Eric, I could have done it, but I had to clean up my desk. It was messy. You can't work with a desk that's not messy, right? Okay, but why didn't you come to the training? Well, the door came off the hinges, and I got to fix the hinges of the door. Like Eric, like you can't have a door with the hinges broken, right? It's so easy to just give yourself excuses every day because it's not hard. It's not easy to build a business. But here's what you want to do: you want to be in front of people. You want to be talking to people because money comes from people. Okay, so fix the hinges after you do the work. Clean your desk after you've done some income producing activity. Trust me, it's not human nature, but you have to fight human nature to be successful in business. All right. So that's my 2 cents on that. All right. So real quick, I'm going to tell you what I do, and I'm going to go around the room so everybody can tell you what they do for a living and how we can serve you. Okay. I am the founder and CEO of StudioSpeaking.com, right? It is the number one stage in the world for speakers, coaches, and authors to present their expertise to the public, to the world, right? So basically go on the website. There's a 3-minute video. It'll tell you all about what I do. And that's my goal and dream in life is to change more lives, right? Change more lives. You get to speak on the stage. You'll get the videos from that. You'll get the pictures. You'll be put in a magazine. You'll get to hang out with all these speakers, coaches, and authors. Go to dinner, go to breakfast, lunch. I mean, it's a 2-day experience you will not believe. So if you're interested in learning more, go to the site. And if you want to speak on my stage or you think you qualify, book a call. Okay. We have an event October 20th. Save the date. We're going to start promoting to 9 incredible speakers. Right, it's free for you to come on. Right, free for you to come on. 9 incredible speakers. Save the date. As we used to say back in the day, if you have to start coughing now, so you can take off that day, you guys will get it later. This is before text. Before texting, you have to call your boss, right? And you have to start coughing the day before. Okay. So the next day you can call off, but now you can just text, so you don't have to cough anymore. So that does people are like, what are you talking about? Anyway, my point is you want to show up that day. It's like from 10 to 3, something like that. All right. So yeah, so that's what I do. Let me go to Leah Garcia, share what you do. And by the way, you can follow me on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram as well. Okay. But yeah, LinkedIn, Instagram, follow me. Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, I love that last one, Eric. Start coughing the night before because you got to be ready for October 20th. Okay, it's going to be fire. Well, I'm a financial strategist and insurance professional, and I help people to stop overpaying on their debt, stop overpaying on their taxes, and also how to leverage their money, how to use the same dollar twice and maybe even 3 times. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd love to talk to you. Thank you so much, Eric. And you can go on my Business Box, which is like a website. It's an interactive website. You can download my free one-page financial plan, The Wall of Wealth, and you can also take my money quiz and book a coffee chat. I'd love to talk with you. Thank you, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you. I forgot to mention, I do have a free ebook for all of you, 100 ways to generate more sales and clients. I'll put it in the chat. Okay. And Carl, if you can put it in the chat for LinkedIn. All right. So I'll put that in chat for you guys. Annie, go ahead.
I'm always somewhere else. No, I'm here, my friend. Look, I spend my days trying to help people to avoid the mistakes that we're talking about today. Maybe not specifically the mistakes. But business growth is my thing. How do you grow a business that's sustainable and profitable? So there's many ways. My expertise comes on the marketing side, where I get people to know who you are, get to know that I can trust you, want to do business with you. We do that through events, and we do that through building your authority, making you visible, and building your legacy in terms of the solution that you come up with. So that's basically saying, help you write a book, publish a book, market a book, and sell a book. If I'm not doing all that, I'm doing events like this where I showcase you and help you build that network of people who care about you. Of course, you know that there's also the advice about how to build relationships, as Mrs. Zion spoke about. I do many things, but tonight I want to help you build your business. I want to help you to stand out. I want to help you to write and publish that book and make your book a bestseller, guaranteed on Amazon. So connect with me on LinkedIn, my friends. I just put the link in the comments. I'd love to meet with you, whether you need me or not. I may need you, right? You never know. So if we don't talk, I'll never know what you do. And you can't help me. I can't help you. Yes. Eric,
all right.
That's
awesome.
me.
Awesome. That reminds me, that's what he said on the call that I heard years ago. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take him up on that. And I'm going to contact him. And look what happened. So that's how it starts, right? You contact him. All right. So, by the way, Zion has some technical difficulties. Go to Zion Inaugural. You'll see his name in here. And you know what, Carl, you can put his name in here just so everybody knows, so they can contact him. All right. Zion Inaugural, Mr. Positive Energy. Follow him, contact him. And he has a ton of followers. You think I have some? Oh Lord, I mean, he has like 22 million people. I'm just joking. I'm exaggerating, but he has a lot of people that follow him, right? Because he does good work. Yeah. So appreciate that. All right. Let's get to the questions. First question by Carlene. If you had to rank them, which mistakes costs entrepreneurs the most money or lost opportunities? Good question. The most. What cost you the most money? If you can think of one, just share with anybody. Who would like to go first? Go ahead, Leah.
Well, I can't think of just one. Let me put it that way. But I would say no mentor. So setting up your business, but you have nobody who's mentoring you. You don't figure out till you start making a little bit of money that you are kind of getting lost in the sauce. No system. What is the system you have in place? When a customer comes in, what is that process? And no focus. Listen, there's a lot of shiny objects. People, as soon as you're an entrepreneur and people find out that you're working from home, they are going to want to sell you everything. They're going to want you to buy their thing and network with them and partner with them. Listen, stop chasing this shiny object. Keep the main thing the main thing. I'm sorry. There's no such thing as just one. But great question. Thank you so much, Carlene.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Annie, go ahead.
Oh, look, the biggest mistake that we make is simply that we don't have enough customers. As Eric said, marketing and sales is everything. To not spend money on marketing and sales, essentially you're missing out on money you could be earning, and you're hemorrhaging money that you could be using to make more money. That's long and short of it, right? So you need everyone needs better marketing. But we'll see people every day. I just post on Facebook. I post on LinkedIn. I do comments on LinkedIn. It's like, You have to do better than that when it comes to marketing, my friends. You have to do something to make you stand out, something to make. You have to talk to your target audience. You have to show up often. You have to do, you have to be. If you don't get the people in, you haven't got a business, right? So I'm trying to talk about building relationships. So you have to meet people, talk to people, find out what they need. If you can help them, help them. If you're not doing that, and you're losing money that you could be making, and you're losing money that you've got, you can't win, right? That's a big boo-boo. Let me tell you.
All right. Thank you so much. Wow, just like Leah said, it's hard to think of one. Like as they're talking, I'm thinking of this one and then that one and then this one and then that. I'm like, I can't do it all. But here's one I'll tell you, which is not obvious, and people don't probably tell you this. Learn from the right people. Listen to the right people. Okay. I used to listen to like uncles and aunts and people that are older than me that I just thought were wiser, but they don't have business experience. So that, that's the wrong person. I say a lot, this may be controversial, but it's okay. I say, if your dad makes $50,000 a year and you want to make $500,000 a year, your dad can't help you. He can't help you. He loves you, but if he could do that, he would have done it. So you need to not ask him how to do it. You need to go find someone who knows how to do it, learn from that person, come back and bless your dad. That's what you do. All right. So listen to the right people. Look, when I started my YouTube channel, by the way, I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of that. Eric F. King. When I started my YouTube channel, I did a video. It wasn't that great of a video. Okay. And someone made a comment, a real negative comment about how the video looked and the video, the lighting and all of that. And so on YouTube, if someone makes a comment, you can click on their name to see their YouTube channel. I clicked on it. He didn't have one video. He was criticizing me for my video, but he's never actually done it. So at that point, I made a decision not to listen to a guy that's never done it. Right? So listen to the right people. That's my advice. All right. Thank you, Colleen. All right. So let's keep going. I saw a question here from Natasha, and I'm going to find it. Let's see. I'm going to find it. Okay. Is that the question? No. If anybody sees it, let me know, because I know she asked the question. We have so many people in here today. It's hard to find. Let's see. Natasha. If you see the question, please let me know, guys. Okay, here we go. Natasha says, is it wise to share the cost of your packages or services on your website? Will you guys allow me to answer this? This is one of my favorite questions ever.
It's all yours.
Thank you. This is what I do for a living. Ready? Go. Now, if you have high ticket offers, like 1,000 or more, never put it on your website. If your offer is $100, $125, you could, if you add what the benefits are, but never ever put your prices of a high ticket offer. I personally wouldn't even put pricing generally, and let me tell you why. Someone could like everything you do. You have a beautiful website, they see the price, but their brain tells them that, okay, let me shop around, see if I can find something better. Then let's say yours is $500. Now they're going to shop around, they're going to find something that's $250. They'll never come to you. You never even knew that they were on your site. But if you mention some of the benefits of your offer and then said, book a call with me, they meet you, they get to know you, you find out what their pains are, they get to know, like, and trust you. You're able to tell them how they're going to serve them. They'll easily pay the $500. Easily pay the $500. They don't need to shop around because they're like, I want to work with Natasha. Doesn't matter. I've met with people that say, well, Eric, you know what? Your prices are actually higher than the other guy that I was looking at, but I think you can help me better. I think I can learn more from you. So I'm going to go ahead and pay it. Right? Just like, Annie said, you don't want to be the cheapest, right? The cheapest is never the best, and the best is never the cheapest. Write that down somewhere in your notes. So you don't, yeah. So the answer to that basically is no. You don't want to put your pricing on there. Also, when you put your pricing, there's no need for them to contact you. There's no need for them to contact you. Most people think I just put my pricing and all my links, and all night long people are going to be clicking and buying. And no, but it doesn't work that way. Leah, how many people have clicked and bought all your offers overnight? All right, Leah, go ahead. Go ahead, you can share.
No, 0. That would be 0. Yeah, I'm going to defer to you. You're the expert in that one. I would just say, really, though, know your value. That's the biggest mistake that people make, is that when it comes to the price, they feel apologetic. You know, they're like, they're so confident about what they're going to do, and they have all this value they're going to bring. And then they say, oh, but you know what? It's going to be this X amount of dollars. Like, no, you got to be confident with your offering and with your pricing. Don't ever feel apologetic. You got to feel like, this is so cheap. I can't believe I'm only doing it for this amount of money. Otherwise, they'll see that and they will bargain shop you. They try to talk you down, right? They're going to treat you like the flea market. Don't be a flea market.
I love that. Thank you. Go ahead, Annie. Did you want to share?
I totally agree with you. I mean, people don't show the prices for a reason. You don't want people to shop with you because of your prices. You want them to shop with you because of the service you give, the solutions that you give them. Eric said, list your benefits. But what we're really saying, my friend, is that the relationship is more important. Build that relationship. If you sell products, so one of my companies sells skincare products. I'm saying you might just want to just put the products on the website and say, right, $49.99, you can have whatever you want, right? And so, but for services like us and our high ticket offers, as Eric put it, you have to get to know people. They might not buy from you today, but if everyone you meet remembers you. When they need you, they like you. If you show that you like them, then they'll come back to you. Become their friend, basically. Use that more as a secret weapon rather than pricing on the website.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I was just thinking, to speak on my stage is thousands of dollars, right? I've never put it online how much it is to speak on my stage. If you don't meet with me, you'll never find out. And then people would send me a message, Eric, I just have one question before we meet. How much is it? I get that every day, every single day. One question. And I said, well, I only share that with serious people that book a call. If you'd like to book a call, here's the link. Now people say, well, Eric, what if they don't book a call? Then they're not
Goodbye.
They're not serious. They're not serious. They don't really want to know, right? So yeah. So people ask me, I have a $25,000 offer. That's not to speak on my stage. Okay, it's not $25,000, but I have a $25,000 VIP offer that people have purchased before, but nobody would purchase that on my website. Why would you do that? Pay 25, right? But after they talk to me and they find out everything's included, like, okay, this is worth it, right? So there you go. All right, so let's get on.
Eric, I think there's a good point you make there, my friend. How can I give you a price if I don't know you and what you need? When we've done that before, when we just give prices out, there's a discount to put on social media. Someone comes to you, you start working with them, their needs expand. Now they're sucking you dry because now you're doing too much. You're doing more than you promised them, more than you bargained for the price. So what? You always say, sell like a doctor. Diagnose them first, meet them, diagnose them, and then offer the price and the package to suit them. That's how else can you do it? And it's crazy otherwise, my friends. I assure you.
Yeah. Thank you. If you go to a car dealership and you walk in and a guy comes out to you and says, all right, I have a great deal for you. We have a car that's $15,000. Are you interested? You're going to say, well, tell me about the car. What features does it have? How's it going to help me? Like, you're going to have 101 questions, right? So that's the thing. So people need to actually talk to you to find out everything you do to pay anything. It doesn't matter what your price is, right? It doesn't matter what your price is. All right. Next question is from Coral from across the pond. She says, what is the most common mistakes new entrepreneurs make when starting? So specific to new entrepreneurs, if you can come up maybe one common mistake that new entrepreneurs make. Anybody? Leah first.
Yeah, I would say not beginning with the end in mind. So you're starting this business. How are you going to at some point gracefully exit your business? Are you going to franchise it? Are you going to groom somebody up to take it over? Are you going to get a partnership and sell it to them? Like, how are you going to exit your business? Because if you're building this business just to simply close the doors, then in my humble opinion, you just bought yourself a job. Like, business is intended to be duplicatable. So what are you going to do? How are you going to monetize your business when you can no longer work in your business? Hopefully that helps.
Awesome. Very good. Annie, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, again, there are too many to mention, but okay, I'll pick one. Again, I think not having a plan is probably the biggest mistake you've made. You know, as I say, you know, if you don't plan, then you plan to fail, right? You know, so without a plan, you plan to fail. You know, you need to have some sort of idea of what you think you want to do, how you think you want to do it, and what you think is going to happen as a result. We all do. A business plan is a great document, totally pointless after you've written it. But at least, you know, it's, you know, to not have one is like saying you're going on a trip, no address at the end, as Queen Leah said, no end result, no end point in mind. Of course, you need an end point, right? Destination, you know, and also you need some sort of GPS post, you know, to at least know how you're going to get there. Which roads are you going to go on? Why are you going on that road? Where are you going to turn off? I'm saying that's your business plan. Have a plan. Even though you know it may not be exactly as you planned, at least you know you've got a rough idea how to get there. If the plan changes, change the plan. That's how businesses run. If you don't, many startups don't have a plan. They just turn up on a day and say, right, I'm doing, and they're like, I don't know why it went wrong. I tell you why it went wrong.
Yes, thank you. Yes, like that. Start before you're ready. Just jump in and learn as you go. All right. So what I would say is the most common mistake. They assume everybody's going to be interested. They think everybody's going to buy. Like, oh my God, this is such a great idea. So many people are going to buy. I'm going to be rich. Oh my God, wait, maybe we should live in the Bahamas. Maybe we should just build a mansion in the Bahamas. To be like, and then they put it out there and crickets. Hey, nobody's clicking on the link on the website. What's going on? So here's the thing. Understand that there's adversity. Adversity is normal. Okay. Adversity is normal. Not everybody will buy. When I started studiospeaking.com, look, if you go watch the video and you see all the testimonies, you'll say, wow, everybody needs this. Every speaker on the world should speak here. But when I started, it was crickets. When I would talk to people, they're like, well, Eric, I don't know. I have to think about it. Well, Eric, let me pray about it. Well, Eric, it seems good, but call me in a few months when you have. I don't know why I'm speaking in that voice, but call me in a few. This is my acting debut. Anyway, call me in a few months, right? That's what I was getting. 20, 30 people. And then guess what? One day they said, Eric, this is a great idea. I'm in. I'm like, for real? Yeah, I'm in. She signs up. Kenyatta Turner, first lady. She said, I'll do it. I said, great, you'll be my first speaker. She said, sign me up. She signs up. She speaks. She loves it. She's getting speaking engagements. She's using it for her. She's selling her offers, right? And then she tells somebody, that person says, Eric, can I do it too? Sure. Boom. She does number 2, right? Then a good friend of mine, Marla Press, she says, you know what, Eric? I love this. She's a public speaking coach. She said, can I do it? I said, yeah. Boom. She was next, right? Then Cecilia Morris said, oh my goodness, I've been wanting something like this all my life. Boom, she spoke. Now you go on the site, there are 30 testimonials of people that have spoken. Every day we get people that say, hey, Eric, can we speak on your stage? Every single day. Now I have to sort through to say, you're qualified, you're not qualified. Like I have to sort through, right? What if I quit when people were saying, I don't think so. I still have to think about it. People are still thinking about it. They're thinking about it. They'll think about it for years, right? When we celebrate 1,000 speakers, some people will say, Eric, I'm still praying about it. Well, God will answer your prayers. So anyway, I went on a little tangent, but my point is believe in yourself. Some people will say no. A lot of people will say no. It doesn't mean you don't have a good idea. Okay. A lot of people will say no. It's okay. Just believe in yourself. All right. Did anybody, Leah, did you want to share something, or did you already share?
I do. I kind of want to address Mike LeBlanc's comment. He says building a valuable proposition, then building an ICP based on that proposition. And I do agree with that. But in the beginning, you're not going to know that. I think in the beginning, you have to speak your mind so that you refine really who is your ideal client. You won't know that in the beginning. You might think it's one person, and then you're going to find as you share your message, it's somebody completely different. You're going to find gold somewhere that you hadn't even anticipated.
Yeah. Thank you. So, so I don't want to get to any other questions. We have 3 minutes, but you just believe in yourself. Another thing too is at first, people don't believe. You have to prove to them that it's real by the consistency and persistency, right? So now, like one of the speakers are speaking in October, she's a world-renowned speaker, world-renowned public speaking coach. She's speaking. We have a guy that was on the Harlem Globetrotters, one of the best. He was on the NBA Harlem Globetrotters. Now he's an international speaker, right? He reaches out to me, Eric, I would love to speak on your stage. Now he probably wouldn't have reached out to me when I started, and there was nobody on my website, right? So again, people will start to celebrate you, but you got to show that you're for real. You got to show that you're for real. All right, so let's end with that. I implore everybody today to definitely, first of all, put in the chat hashtag live if you're here live today, because we have so many people. Harumi, welcome. Hashtag live. If you're watching on replay, put hashtag replay and do this for us. You don't have to pay for these calls, but we want you to share this with at least 3 people today. Okay, share this video with at least 3 people so they can gain the value that you're getting today. Okay, and then come back next week. All right, so appreciate that. Harumi, welcome. Let's see if there's anybody else I didn't get. Alexis Skurloff James is here. Welcome, good to see you. Laverne, Brian Frost, good to see you. Oh my goodness, we have so many people here today. Let's see. If I missed you, my apologies. Stanley, my good friend Stanley is here. Thank you for your support always. Arlovine, if I mispronounced it, I'm sorry. Welcome. Let's see who else. I hate to miss people. So Mike LeBlanc, welcome. Gladys, good to see you. All right. So again, my apologies if I missed you, but man, so many people here today. We appreciate all of you. Keep coming back, folks. Keep coming back. We love to give value. And we do it every week. We've been here for over a year. We do it every week consistently. We were even here on Christmas one year, like last year, Christmas and New Year. Like we don't play. Dana, good to see you. All right. So with that said, we like to end on time. We'll see you next week. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with you this morning. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. All right.